I guess I'll make a video because I'm not doing anything. I'm in no shape to. I don't feel like I have what it takes to be organized right now. Scattered. It doesn't have to make sense. I've decided, because I am the director, earlier this week. So first of all, I have 4 sisters. So there's 5 of us total. We are in a sister chat where we talk to each other via text. And there was an explosive conversation that started. And I think that after having the conversation, we will all be stronger. But it really triggered me. It can put me into like fight or flight, kind of off and on, and go into shock. I imagine people on TV in shock, like sitting in an ambulance for like an hour. So in my head, I'm like, right, shock only lasts for like 45 minutes. My counselor was like, no, it can last for like days. Even now, I feel shaky, like it's hard for me to talk, and I am going to go to the store. I totally want to say what was said in the sister chat because it would make this video so much more interesting. My van, the defroster, is not working. And so, like, when the windows get steamy, I can't see. And I wear gloves. I'll show you where these gloves. You're right. These gloves. I feel like I'm riding around in a carriage and I'm all bundled up to be in my car because there's no heat in my car. I am gonna go to the store and I'm gonna put on my gloves so that my hands don't get cold. And I'm gonna get peanut butter and dates and bananas. And if there's something else fun, I'm gonna get it. That's my plan. I'm gonna get it on a healing journey. Messy emotional soup right now. When I am freaked out is I feed myself really good dinners and I'm hungry, but I don't have the ingredients that I need. So I'm going to the store. On my way to the grocery store, I took a wrong turn. Even though I have maps on my phone that show me where to go and tell me where to go exactly and when, I didn't even realize I made a wrong turn. It's like, why am I in the woods? I left the house because I was like, I should do something tactile. I should go and do something to sort of ground myself. So I was like, I'm gonna go to the store and get peanut butter. And if I forget the peanut butter, it's okay. My niece got this haircut that I really like. She got these little pieces that blend into her hair perfectly, and she's got really long hair like me, and I was like, I want to do that too. And so I went to the place where she went, and I was like, I just need basically like a bang trim because I'm doing a little framing and I want pieces here, cha-cha-cha. They were like, oh, well, you've got this chop here because you did it yourself, shame on you, and you chopped it, and we're gonna have to cut some of the length off the back in order to blend it. And so this is a full-on haircut, and we can't do this in 15 minutes. You have to book an appointment. And I was like, okay, fine. So I went to this place called, it's not Supercuts, but it reminds me of Supercuts. It's called like Hair Clips. Feels like the Walmart of, or the Kmart of hair cutting places. And they cut your hair in like 20 or 30 minutes. And they're super chatty and like friendly in a way that's like, it works, but it doesn't really feel natural. And I was like, can I walk in? They were like, yeah. So I was like, okay, well, I guess I need a whole haircut because they're probably gonna have to blend it. So I walked in, I waited 30 minutes, and they were like, well, what's going on?
Well, I had this chop that I did impulsively 2 weeks ago and I want to blend it, and my niece had this cute thing.
They were like, oh, well, that's just bangs. So we're just gonna blend it in and then it'll just be $10. And I was like, huh. That's annoying. And I'm so glad I just went for the path of least resistance because otherwise I would have had to book an appointment with Jean Juarez and like come back, but I'm tired and hungry and impulsive and not here all the way, and I just needed someone to fix it. So they fixed it so it's more PC, and you can't tell that it's PC because it's so wavy at the bottom, and it's better than how it was because I just basically went in and like made stairs on my hair. I was like, here's a stair step for no reason at all. But everything's gonna be okay now because I got it blended. And it was fun to do something for me, and I'm glad I did it. I was really disappointed that Jean Juarez wouldn't do my bangs cut. And I think the guy just didn't want to do it. The super clips or whatever they're called were more like, they don't care, they'll just do it. Like they'll just do it. And I was like, yeah, just do it. My routine has been consisting of eating super healthy dinners, getting really quality sleep, doing yoga, and I have really important reasons for this. Healthy dinners I need because I work in a coffee shop that has donuts and apple fritters, and sometimes I feel like I don't have time to eat, so I just cram a donut into my mouth. It makes me feel like crap. And so when I'm at home, I want to make sure I'm eating like omega-3s and vegetables and grains and protein. The sleep thing I need to work on because I'm in the habit of watching TV before I go to bed. Because I want to see what's going to happen next. Right now I feel exhausted because I was driving and my week was weird and I'm dissociated. So now I feel like this huge crash and I'm hungry, but I'm doing this video anyway because I don't want to do the video, but I also want to do the video, and it seems like a terrible time to do the video. Oh, the yoga. So my willpower this time of year is just out to lunch, like permanent lunch, and I don't really know if it's coming back. And so I decided that I would do 10 minutes of yoga, which could be just stretches, like that I remember from when I used to be on the dance team in high school, to just do that and just set a timer with some calming music. And I have twinkle lights and I light a little sweet smelling wood, Palo Santo, whatever it's called. And I open the window and freshen up my room in the morning. And the reason for this is to train my brain, get my brain to get to know the part where in the morning we do this thing. So admire all these super bendy, flexible yoga women on Instagram. And I'm like, I want to be like that. But I can only bend like 2 inches and I'm super stiff and tall, and cortisol pumps through my body for like my whole life. It takes me lots of time, and so I'm giving myself time. Also, I don't want to just join a program and get fit in 6 months. I want to be fit for a whole 10 years at least. So I'm thinking like the long game, and I'm like, if I'm gonna be fit for the next 10 years, I want to incorporate something that I always know that I can do, which is where the 10-minute yoga thing comes in. I always know I can do 10 minutes. And of course, once I get better at it and I feel better, I always add on a couple more minutes because it kind of bleeds into itself and becomes more very naturally, instead of being like, and now we're doing an hour and a half of working out after never having worked out for like years. Much gentler way for me to enter the world of fitness. So when I went into Jean Juarez, it was very nice. I was looking around for those hardback books with all the haircuts in it, which is kind of old school, but they didn't have any. And I was feeling like slightly disappointed because nowadays people will just bring something in on their phone and be like, I want this haircut. And so no one relies on the books that they used to have in the hair salons, which makes total sense. I went to this hair clips place and they had these books, and they were like 15 years old. And so I was flipping through and I was looking at this one book and trying to find the year. And then I looked on the back and I could definitely tell that one came out in or very near 2008, because I had tank tops with the rope braiding from Target like in 2008 and 9. Like 8, 9. So that's how old the thing was. And all the haircuts were super outdated. So I was like, my brain is in two places. My brain is back there, but it's also here. And sometimes my brain jumps around to different times and eras, which is what old people do. But I don't feel that old, which is also what old people say. Going back to trauma and having a really difficult conversation with my sisters, I was so, I felt like I was reliving old memories that were difficult, and I kind of thought that I had put them away. I went to hypnotherapy sessions about very specific events that happened when I was little, and it was just like neatly packed away. And once I realized I could improve my life, I started rewriting my own programming in my head, so to speak, so that I could react in ways that were better for me and better for the people around me. But sometimes something will trigger me into going into an old program, and that old program doesn't work very well. It functions, but it's kind of dysfunctional, and it makes me feel very unsafe because it just doesn't work very well. And sometimes when I get jumped into that old program, I feel very afraid because I'm like, I don't know if I remember how to get back to the new program. And so I have a counselor that I meet with every week that I've been meeting with for the last 3 years, which has helped tremendously. And then every once in a while I'll also go to Al-Anon too, because I feel like that's another way to kind of like, if I have to suddenly go back to the beginning because I'm stuck in the old program, I can calm myself down, remember the new program, and everything's okay. I feel like this video is all over the place because I'm all over the place. It just is what it is. And I really care about myself and I care about you, and I hope that you guys are okay. And I am enjoying my life. I just hit a snag.